I give up. So done with dating with guys. I don't know how I always end up in the exact same situation. It's always the same thing. They're not in a place where they are looking for a relationship. They have other things that are more important. And I'm just like, I never...
Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope you are all doing well. So on today's episode, guys, we are going to be responding to this video from Hadan over at Peace of Mind. Make sure that you guys go and subscribe to his channel for enduring the pain with us, and it is titled, Are Women Afraid of the Wall? So we're going to be looking at what happens when women reach the age of 30 and they are still out here trying to date. Guys, don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments as we jump into today's video.
Don't go anywhere because you're going to want to hear this. You guys, I fucked up. I fucked up real bad. And this could have potentially been a really great guy. So I took a break from the dating apps for a little while because it was getting a little toxic. And I recently just started getting back on it again, particularly Hinge. And don't act like I'm the only one who does this, okay? But I was talking to a few different guys at the same time, you know, via text, FaceTime here and there. And then I narrowed it down to two. Now, one of the two was kind of a new guy. He just sparked my attention a few days ago, but he had a lot of potential. So it's down to Justin and Mike, right? And Justin happened to be available sooner than Mike, so I scheduled a date with Justin. Justin and I went out last night, and what I thought would be a really wonderful evening, it turns out that I really fucked up, and here's why. So we sit down, we order a drink, and he looks at me and he's like, I have to say, it's so fucking nice to meet you in person, Carrie. So sweet, right? And then I'm like, thank you, Justin. I really appreciate that. It's really nice to meet you too. Hold on! So now he's just kind of looking at me, like a little confused, like, are you serious? And I'm like, are you okay? He's like, you just called me Justin. And I was like, do you prefer to be called something else? And he's like, yeah, I like to be called by my name, Eric. So now I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? I just pick up my phone, look at our last conversation, and I notice that I never stored his number. And this whole time I thought his name was Justin, but Justin was one of the other guys that I decided not to meet up with.
See, this is one of the many reasons why dudes aren't interested in modern day dating, okay? She says at the beginning of this video, she's like, don't pretend like everybody else doesn't do this, okay? Most men cannot do this. And what do I mean by this? Most men are not talking to multiple women at the same time because they can't. Okay? No guy wants to go out on a date with a girl or take a woman seriously who's talking to 10 different men at the same time, who will then treat your date as some sort of interview process where you're supposed to sit there and qualify yourself to her. It's absolutely disgusting, okay? And this is something that's only available to the top percentage of men and women. They're going around here talking to 20 different people, 10 different people at the same time. They're using Instagram to date all of these people. And then they're like, damn, man, where did all of the good men go? Why do the traditional men not want to date me? And I don't know, this girl seems to think like it's funny or it's some sort of flex that she's seen that many dudes and talking to that many men that she can't remember the one that she's literally on a date with. Me personally, guys, I think that's incredibly sad. But let's keep going.
I did try to apologize and explain and kind of laugh it off. And he just wasn't having it. And I get it. Okay, there has to be other people out there that have done this. I can't be the only one. I mean, we're all talking to so many people at the same time. And
no, women are, and the top percentage of men are. The majority of men are not doing this. It's like, guys, if you compare the dating experience from, between men and women, it's not the same thing at all. I saw, guys, on a woman's phone the other day, she showed me her Tinder matches, and I kid you not, in a small area I was just visiting in, right? She had like 2,000 likes on her phone. And she had like recently activated Tinder in that area. And it wasn't even a big like metropolitan area or anything like that. So you can imagine the amount of options that these women have, and they're like, oh, well, surely everybody is talking to everybody else. Most men don't even get the opportunity to talk to anyone else because nobody is interested in talking to them. It's absolutely amazing how they can only see it from their perspective.
You know what? I don't recommend it anymore. From now on, I am focusing on one person at a time, and I will store their name as soon as I start chatting with them. But you know, most of the time I chat with these guys, and the conversation doesn't go on for more than an hour, and I never wind up storing their number. You know, you gotta be worthy of the name storing. Dating in your 30s, am I right?
Women jump in and out of dating like it's nothing, man. It's crazy for me to think how there are women in their 40s who get divorced, go into a dating app, and still get more matches than dudes who are 20 and have a lot of things going on for them. These women talk to a lot of guys at the same time. They do their little games, their little competitions. They sift groups of guys to get the best option. Hell, they don't even save the name of the guys they meet. And there was one comment in this video saying, that is why I never say their name on the first date. Women's dating problems are remembering all the names of the guys they have at the tip of their fingers. And this is why I don't feel sympathy for women who cry that boys done them wrong, because you have all the options, and the responsibility to pick a good man lays on you. Honestly, I hope this man that was dating her had some self-respect and blocked her number. And you know, guys, I'm just sitting here drinking my coffee while making this video, and I'm just so happy I don't have to deal with women like this in any way, shape or form. So be like me and don't get involved with absurd people.
And you know what? This is why a lot of men don't get involved with women like this. You know, like, who wants to be the boyfriend to this woman? I've always, like, thought this to myself, guys. You know, women who go out here and they've dated 37 men, they've had 37 boyfriends or, like, 49 hookups or whatever, and you think that you're gonna join and you're gonna be, like, happy boyfriend number 50 and you're going to get married to this woman? It's absolutely absurd, man. Absolutely. Girls complaining about dating like this, saying, I can't find a good man, or why is dating hard in my 30s? It's kind of like a millionaire complaining that they don't have $20. You know, they're like, oh, I've got all this money, but you know, and then they'll complain about something financially related that they could easily solve. It's absolutely ridiculous. Let's continue. So this says, the girls made me download Tinder because I was, quote, too single.
And she says, I wish I could be like the cool kids, 'cause all the cool kids, they seem to fit in. I wish I could be like the cool kids, like the cool kids. See them talking with a big smile, but they haven't got a clue.
I love how, look, this woman literally gets on a dating application, gets complimented, gets validated, which, by the way, guys, never do this crap, okay? It's a complete waste of your time. He says, oh my gosh, you look absolutely stunning, and then she starts talking some nonsense about liking pineapple on pizza. You know, so many women join these applications not because they're looking to find somebody. A lot of them straight up are just looking to waste men's time and treat men terribly. You know, and then they wonder, they're like, man, why do no guys want to have conversations with me? Number one, a lot of these girls straight up suck at conversations. Number two, they treat men terribly during the conversations. And number three, their personalities are oftentimes really terrible. You know, and then they're like, damn it, man, I've hit 30 plus years of age. Why can't I find my husband? You know, and yet you've had guys this whole time saying that you look stunning, saying that they would, you know, love to have dates with you and crap like this, but you'll brush them off because they're boring or they validate you too much. You know, like, girls will say, man, oh, like, why do all these guys treat me so terribly? They're literally choosing the guys who treat them terribly because they're not as boring as the guys who validate them. Like, one of the quickest ways to run women away in 2023, guys, is to just validate them, because they receive so much validation from everywhere else that they feel entitled to it a lot of the times. Look at this. This guy says, my name starts with a J. Do I still get a chance? So she must have something in her bio that roasts dudes with the letter J, even though she decides to match with dudes who start with a J, right? And she says, so this guy messages her and he says, do I still get a chance? Disgusting. But he says, she says, I'm taller than you, so probably not. Imagine, guys, if I went on dating applications and a girl messaged me like this and I was just like, yeah, sorry, how much do you weigh? Probably not. I'd get banned off the application immediately for saying that kind of crap.
So we have this bimbo over here acting all entitled, rejecting guys because their name starts with a J or because they are shorter than her, and she thinks it's funny. Well, let me tell you, it's men who have the last laugh, because all these men will peak in their 30s, meanwhile you will face bump into a big fat wall at that age, and will end your life with your cats and wine, or with a better simp who you manipulate to your advantage, but still feel miserable about your life. And hey, not trying to be mean or anything, it's what statistically will happen. So carry on with your entitlement and see where it leads you.
And a lot of these girls, guys, they waste their life doing this. You know, they'll treat guys terribly all throughout their 20s and their early 30s until they realize that they run out of time. And then all of those men that they treated terribly, they're like, man, you know, where did they go? Where's that guy? You know, I need a house now. I've got a couple of kids in tow. Why can't I find a man to provide for me? Hadan's absolutely right here, guys. Like, a lot of these modern women are straight up just heading for the remainder of their lives to be lived with cats and boxed wine.
This is Misogyny Kills, Kill Misogyny Part 1. If you are a man, desexualize women. There are a lot of things that need to happen to liberate women, but you can take part in liberating women from male gaze.
Am I the only one who thinks it's incredibly funny that we have videos that exist online where you'll say, you know, women need to be liberated, there's still so much work to be done for women, yet women literally have more rights than men do, and oftentimes these videos are filmed on like the newest iPhone, okay, that men invented, right, in rooms that men built, and you drive to the rooms on roads that men paved, and they're like, you know what, we need more of men's money, we need more of men's investment. Why can you not liberate women? You can go out there, you can have your job, you can work as whatever the hell you want, and yet we're still having this conversation. It's absolutely insane. Like, the level of entitlement you have to make these videos is really astounding.
Desexualization of women should be the default of the way you look at women. Right now we have the world that sexualizes women and pushes the burden of desexualizing ourselves onto women. So,
you know what's funny? I see more women doing this to themselves than men doing it to them, right? And what do I mean by this, guys? Like, the amount of videos that I cover where women will be the first ones to objectify themselves. They'll be the first ones to, you guys watch any women have a disagreement, the first thing a lot of them will do is they'll attack each other based on their physical appearance, or say, oh, you've been with so many guys. Like, they will insult these things about women. Men actually do this less than women do this to one another, by the way. And if you don't want to be treated like an object, why do we have so many women parading around OF accounts? Right? Why do we have so many women out here on Instagram posting very questionable photos of themselves under the guise of it being liberating? Okay? If you want people to stop objectifying you, perhaps you should stop objectifying yourselves.
we have to dress this way, we have to talk this way, we have to act this way. No, sir, men are not animals. Men are perfectly capable of controlling themselves. If they're not, they must learn, because that's what it means to be human beings. So unless a woman gives you an enthusiastic invitation to sexualize her, don't sexualize her. Us being desexualized is central to us laying claim to our full humanity. Men, you should be earning the privilege to be able to sexualize us. We shouldn't be earning our right to be desexualized.
So let's talk about liberating women from the male gaze. You know, guys, we live in a society where looks are considered grape, right? So we've come to a point where we need permission or to sign a contract to be able to look in all directions. Now, what's funny to me is that women will cry so much about men talking to them without permission or looking at them with interest or catcalling them. But I tell you, the moment you take those things away from them, they will lose their mind. Okay, this is the reason why a lot of women put on makeup first thing in the morning. This is the reason why a lot of women go to clubs, why they take 2 hours to dress up before going out. It's because they like receiving male attention. So yeah, no one is saying it's nice when men undress women with their eyes, but don't come to me with this bullcrap of enthusiastic invitations. You're not going to tell me where I can look. And if you don't want people staring at your arse, don't wear shorts that reveal half your arse. Guys, I wish all problems in the world had an easy solution like this.
You know, and the other thing I've always thought about this, those are some really good points, is that, you know, it's kind of like the equivalent of a man going out here, flexing a Lamborghini, and then being frustrated that people view him for only his money. It's like you've got an Instagram, you're a dude, you're posting your Lamborghini all over the place, you're, you know, posting diamond watches, and then you get frustrated when women only view you as a source of money. That's what a lot of women are doing online on social media. They're presenting themselves in such a way, and then they're like, wow, I can't believe people objectify me. Yes, if you objectify yourself, other people will objectify you. Guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave your thoughts and your comments. Don't forget to go and subscribe to Hadan, the creator of today's episode. I'm going to leave his channel linked in the top comment, guys. Make sure that you show him some love for enduring today's video with us. And as always, guys, make sure that you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Peace.